You can see how beautiful it is. Yeah. Anyway, I thought today I would share with you a video about my thoughts about Conor McGregor. The rise and fall of the great Irish legend. All the Irish fans, oh, we will take over, yeah! They were shouting and screaming, and now, meow. Before it was roar, tiger, now, meow. Oh, goodness. I know, if you're an Irish fan, I'm pretty sure the most intelligent comment you would come up with, if you're a McGregor fan, is, who the fuck is this guy? Who the fuck is this guy? That will be the most intelligent comment that you will come and you'll come up with, and you'll put it down there. Please try to come up with something at least a bit more original. Okay. And then you'll say, what is it? Oh, he's an Indian. Hey, he's Indian. We are Irish. Let me give you a bit of reality check. India's military, Irish military is like an ant, tick, not in a pin drop. Okay, it's not in a dot of a fucking pin, Irish, CEOs, how many fucking CEOs are there? Indian CEOs, global. The number of educated Indians versus Irish educated people. The GDP of India versus Irish GDP. The number of educated people in India versus Irish educated. So in every way, India fucking bulldozes Ireland, completely. Olympic athletes, Irish nothing. You just have one McGregor and one boxer. That also I don't even know his fucking name. The number of athletes in India, the number of professionals may not be like Conor McGregor in MMA, but you sure fucking hell cannot compare your Olympic medal. Forget that. The fucking net worth of Indians, the richest in the world, they can buy and sell. Forget your proper 12 whiskey. Nobody will even piss on it. Okay, so if you wanted to move in the aggressive side, I would just say that this is how we can talk, and then you'll get fucked. So let's, instead of going aggressive, let's talk like, human beings. So I'd request you to take out McGregor's, Irish hairy nuts from your mouth. And, let's have a dialogue. So now, having said that, let's speak about the rise and fall of the great Conor McGregor. Okay? Oh, yeah. One more thing about my tattoos. Somebody say, what the fuck? Yuck, these ugly tattoos. Yeah. Conor McGregor's crown on his neck and tiger on his belly button. I wonder what does he get for his sausage? Elephant, small baby elephant. In fact, he was getting an erection when he was in front of Floyd Mayweather. Anyway, let's leave all the indifference aside. Let's talk like men. Okay? I want to give you my thoughts about the rise and fall of Conor McGregor, and you can let me know what do you think, whether I'm right or wrong. So the first things first. I mean, this guy is a legend. He will be remembered, even if he's not a legend like Floyd Mayweather or the greats like Kobe Bryant or let's say Muhammad Ali. Even if he's not at that level, he has achieved something that you and I can never achieve. Never. I mean, he has done what is a seemingly impossible thing, and he has done a great thing. So first things first, let's... I see another Conor McGregor. Come, nice. So that's like Conor McGregor. Okay. So now Conor McGregor has done something that I don't think any one of us can do in a lifetime. Forget lifetime, multiple lifetimes. He joined the UFC and absolutely decimated competition. He has defeated Aldo, which was a shock. He knocked him out in what, 9 seconds or whatever. It was a shocker, man. 30 seconds or 39 seconds or whatever. It was a shocker. Unbelievable. He got rid of Eddie Alvarez. Fuck. I was like, this guy's legit, man. So Conor McGregor does have a lot of feathers in his cap. He uplifted the salary scale of every UFC fighter. He showed what was possible. He became a global brand. He launched a global brand that is whiskey, Proper 12. He has opened multiplicity of businesses, entertainment companies and whatnot. He has media companies. He has done a lot of things. Signed endorsement deals, corporate deals, sponsorship deals. I mean, the guy is... hats off to him. He has done something that none of us can dream to do. So first and foremost, respect should be given where respect is due. The guy is legit. The guy has achieved incredible success. Okay. But now, what led him to be successful, the Notorious bit, is actually proving to be his curse also. And I'll tell you why. See, Conor McGregor has achieved this greatness and this fame, and he backed it up with actions. He was not just a guy who was talking. That Mystic Mac persona, he would tell you which round he would knock out the person doing what, was unbelievable. I mean, he could really analyze people. But that time, if you see Conor McGregor's videos before, he was this young, skinny guy, this typical Irish, Irish young man. You could feel the fire in his voice. You could feel the drive and desire. Yay, Dana, 60G, baby, yay, that innocence, that childlike personality. He really wanted to succeed. And every time he would go, he would fight. You could see, when during the weigh-ins, he was completely shrunk. You could see he looked like a skeleton, because he put that much of effort. And, his fights were absolutely incredible. He would give his heart, his soul. But now what has happened is that Conor McGregor, that Notorious character that he adopted, that brand, he had to push the envelope in order to bring more eyeballs. And Dana White is a fucking businessman. He is there to capitalize on your blood, sweat and tears. He did that with Shamrock. He did that with Ken. He did that with Randy Couture. He did that with Brock Lesnar. He has done that with every possible superstar. And based on the hard work of these superstars, he built the UFC empire. He's a smart businessman. He'll become your friend and he'll capitalize on you, from BJ Penn to George St. Pierre, okay? He'll capitalize on your popularity because he's a manager, he's a marketing machine. So he jumped on the Conor bandwagon, he made him his best friend, and he was milking Conor for all it was worth. And the UFC fucking grew. But now, the first problem that Conor did was, the first mistake, is he created this persona, Notorious. And in order to be notorious, he had to get eyeballs. And how do you get eyeballs? By social media. And how do you attract people on social media? By doing shocking stuff. By doing stuff that people fantasize. But, it's not sustainable. For example, when he went for this Abu Dhabi fight now, he purchased a 1 million dirham watch. 1 million. Okay, that's roughly, I think, around 272 or say roughly around 300,000 US dollars. Purchased a nice watch, Rolex watch. Fancy stuff. He purchased a Rolls Royce. Okay, nice, fancy stuff. But now the thing is this sustainable? See, Money Mayweather is a smart guy. Just like McGregor, he's also a smart guy, but he's even smarter. If his fight, he agrees for, let's say, 100 million, he will spend 4-5 million showing off. So it's 5%. Most of the athletes, they tend to do that. They have their marketing machine, sort of, if they get 100, they'll spend a little bit for marketing. What the uneducated mind doesn't know is, out of the 100, he needs to pay 10% to the manager. He needs to pay maybe another 10 to 15% to the training partners. Then he needs to spend another 10% for his food. Maybe he needs to spend another 10% for his stay and all that. So they can get sponsors to cover these expenses. But then for Conor McGregor, if he had to be the brand that he was, he had to push the envelope. He had to push the envelope to such a level where he, you're talking of him being compared to Floyd Money Mayweather. Now, Floyd Money Mayweather has fucking 100 million, man. He is fucking rich. Conor McGregor doesn't have that kind of money. He was the highest paid athlete maybe for 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, whatever. But then, he was not every year. The problem is, you make 50 and you spend 20, your actual worth is much more less. Why do you think? See, just go through history. What happened to Mike Tyson? 600 million or whatever he earned. What happened to all of it? People don't consider that it's very easy to burn through all this cash. Look at football league players. Look at the NBA players, NBA, NFL. What happens to all these guys? They earn millions and they spend millions. Now, Conor McGregor has purchased super expensive cars, super expensive clothes, super expensive houses. On top of that, to be popular, he gave away millions for charity. Okay, now you will tell me that, yeah, Conor McGregor also has businesses. But here's where you're making the mistake. Conor McGregor is not a businessman. Businessman means he doesn't have experience running a business. He has experience being a fighter. He has experience marketing himself as a fighter. Just go through history. Every great fighter who has achieved success opened up a gym, opened up a health club, opened up their clothing line, opened up their bars, pubs, opened up their restaurants. How many of them? Just Google search. Just check on YouTube how many actors, actresses, film stars, celebrities opened up restaurants and they lost everything. So many of them from clothing line. Now, okay, the Jenner family, that is the Kardashian family, fine, they are doing very well now. But how many are like the Kardashian families? Most of them are struggling. So we can't take exception to the rule as a standard. Now, Conor McGregor, the problem is he has, with his fame, came a lot of opportunities. He capitalized on them. But the mistake that he did was he expanded too fast, too quickly. Now, Proper 12 whiskey is associated with him. There is a mixed bag of reviews, okay? Before Conor McGregor came out with the Proper 12 whiskey, nobody bothered to taste it. Now, the only reason they're tasting it is because it's associated with Conor McGregor. Now, when he starts losing 1-1 fight, nobody would want to associate with Proper 12 unless you're Irish or you just, have a unique taste. I don't know much about alcohol, but I can tell you one thing, that people who drink particular brands don't switch their brand so easily. Okay? And that smoothness that comes over a period of time cannot just come just out of the blue for a new brand. Most of the new brands do not sustain and survive. Okay, let's keep the whiskey business aside. Let's look at what other venture that he has. He has media companies. He has maybe MMA fighting activities. He has a clothing line. Tell me, if he starts losing one fight after another fight after another fight, who would want to wear his t-shirt? We always wear the t-shirt of, or we associate ourselves with the brand that is successful, not that is a failure. A simple question. Before Conor McGregor, which fighter were you supporting? Very simple question. Before Conor McGregor, which fighter were you supporting? Which fighter were you cheering for? I'm pretty sure you'll have to spend some time to think about it. Why? Because the person was important to you that time, and that person's importance is gone. Same thing with UFC fighters. You know, there is that small window of opportunity. You know, it's like they say, a young man's sport. But after some time, nobody wants to associate. How many of you people you think wear Randy Couture's Extreme shirt? How many people wear Alistair Overeem's shirt? Nobody. How many people you think wear, Cain Velasquez's shirt? Nobody. Manny Pacquiao. How many people wear? Oh, now he's retired. See, during the glory days, people would wear it. It's like me asking you, do you wear MC Hammer, Michael Jackson, or, I don't know, Rick Astley, or whichever superstar is there now. Even Dr. Dre, those headphones. People are like, oh, Dr. Dre headphones and all. Today, nobody fucking cares. See, times change. Now, Conor McGregor has really given his life for this sport. And there's plenty of wear and tear. It's not what you see in the ring. It is a training. And he has had both his knees busted. He has had injuries after injuries. And you know, you reach a peak after which there is only decline. Conor McGregor might look physically impressive, which nothing but respect to him. But he has crossed his peak. I'll tell you, when he fought with Dustin Poirier, I thought he would fucking destroy him in 1 minute. His prediction, no? Because he has built that Mystic Mac persona. He has built that hype. Everybody, every fighter, every expert said McGregor will finish Dustin Poirier in 1 round. My head was like, Conor McGregor will win the first round. But my heart wanted Dustin Poirier to win. And, the common prediction was, if Conor has to win, he'll win in the first round. If Dustin has to win, he'll win in the third or fourth round. But he did it in the second. Now with this fight, Conor McGregor obviously got knocked out. See, once you get knocked out, you're no longer the same fighter. Okay, these blows that they get on the head, on the body, it's wear and tear. You're talking of a human body, man. If you have been an athlete, you'll know what I mean. If you have been someone who has dedicated years into sport or playing games or going to the gym, you'll know what I mean. The wear and tear on your body is very real. You can take steroids, you can take human growth hormone, but there are limitations. Like Vitor Belfort, there's only one fighter. Look at Michael Bisping. He has lost his eye. He has multiple injuries. I think he has had a knee replacement. See, and these operations, these surgeries, they really destroy your body. You're no longer young. My prediction for Conor McGregor is that his decline has started. His glory days are over. In fact, when he was with Poirier and he was hugging him and talking good about him, it was such a fucking cringe. I was like, this is so fucking fake. Because his brand is the Notorious one. The worst, we saw even the worst with Khabib Nurmagomedov. Yeah, he was insulting his father, he was insulting his culture, he was insulting the country. He's just stopped short of insulting the religion. He even insulted Abdulaziz's family. He shouldn't have crossed the line, He was insulting the women of the country. It was not called for. And he was coming there, acting drunk and proper 12 whiskey, sitting there drunk and all that he was doing. Okay, that was like a Jerry Springer attention grabbing, It was like a cringe video that people wanted to see. Okay, fine. We got our entertainment. But what really matters is in the ring. What really matters is the fight. He's a fighter. You know, all this throwing the dolly on the bus and all that. He got away with a lot of stuff. Dana White didn't cut him off. Just see, one fighter broke the security protocol in Yas Island, he was cut off. Conor McGregor injured multiple superstars. He did something so violent. Dana White didn't throw him out because he was a money-making machine. However, now that money-making capacity will dry out. See, Conor McGregor, he's an intelligent guy, okay? He's going to encash on whatever he can. He will try to get into a fight with Manny Pacquiao to have a easy cash grab day. He will lose. Manny Pacquiao is no slouch. He will maybe cross over to other promotions as a guest fighter. That is if UFC releases him. He might even get into WWE just for a short time like Ronda Rousey. But then that's it. Just like Ronda Rousey was marketed and heavily marketed as the greatest fighter. Oh, she can knock out even men. Oh, they were like, you know, she used to stand and threaten men. If you see the Ultimate Fighter series, she's saying, what the fuck you'll do? What do you do? She used to challenge men to hit her. And Joe Rogan used to hype her up like, if she fights with men, she can knock them out. What the fuck happened? She got knocked out by Holly Holmes and she was never the same fighter. And then she got schooled by Amanda Nunes. See, UFC is a hype machine. Even this fight with Dustin Poirier, they only focused on Conor McGregor. Dustin Poirier was seen as, okay, the guy who has heart, but I'm pretty sure 100% Dana White didn't want Dustin to win because his cash cow is Conor McGregor. Now, what will happen is Conor McGregor will get another few more fights, and if he loses, another 3-4 more fights, if he loses, that's the end of it. Then Conor will retire from the UFC. Why? Because the more he loses, the more it impacts his associated brands. Remember, there is no brand in this world that wants to associate itself with a person who has failed. You know, like that golfer, yeah, what's his name? Highest paid golfer, I can't get his name. That he had an affair with this thing. He had a beautiful wife, he still cheated on her. And then he had that apologetic video. Fuck, I can't get his name. Put his name down below, whatever his name is. I'll Google search, I'll remember that. That guy, when he was winning, fuck, he was encashing sponsorship checks of millions. After he got caught, only if you get caught, you're caught. Others, you're not. After he got caught with his adultery and all that shit, his stock declined. And he is never the same player ever again. So, Tiger Woods? I think Tiger Woods. Yeah. Not too sure. It's been so long. So just imagine, like, I can't even remember that guy's name. So, Conor McGregor's, my prediction is his Proper 12 whiskey will be there, but then its sales also will decline. And then it'll be just a normal average brand where he will just make some money out of it. His clothing line will shut down. Nobody will fucking bother. Who the fuck wants to buy a t-shirt? You can buy any shirt and print anything. And you can go to any Chinese printer or any normal printer and get a shirt. His gyms and all that, like Randy Couture and like, see, Arnold Schwarzenegger's gyms, gold gyms, all bankrupt. All shut down. So the gyms will work for some time and they'll shut down. The Conor McGregor training, secret training or whatever, he might come out with a supplement line. That will also shut down. How many bodybuilders? Kevin Levroni, Dorian Yates, Chris Cormier, Sean Ray, all these bodybuilders came out with their, when they were winning, they come out with their supplement line. It went for some time and then it fizzled off. In fact, the mighty Vader, who created bodybuilding and brought it to mainstream, Vader itself has never succeeded in its nutrition. Even Universal, what happened to Universal? One of the topmost greatest supplement brands. So Conor McGregor's brands of supplements and all that will fizzle out. What will he be left with? If Conor McGregor has invested in property or in rentals and build, he will have that. But all this extravagance and bullshit, his money will dry out. You know, you can't live a multi-million-dollar life with such crazy it's not normal. It's not natural. Even rich people, I mean, just think about it. Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, Joe Rogan, all these big guys, even Mark Zuckerberg, where are they buying a Rolls Royce after Rolls Royce? Money Mayweather is doing it only just to show off, to keep that moniker, Money Mayweather, alive. Normal people don't do that. And if you want to live that lifestyle, you need to earn that kind of money. McGregor will earn this kind of money till his brand attracts eyeballs and revenue. Now, maybe this pay-per-view has been good, but now the pay-per-views will start declining. Of McGregor at least, it'll start declining unless there is some shocking storyline or he gets into a fight with Khabib. Maybe then it'll shoot up the roof because they will want to see. But everyone will know that Conor McGregor will lose, because now people are studying his tapes and they know what he tends to do normally. His left hand, he goes aggressive. He has put some new weapons in his arsenal, like a shoulder attack and elbows, and his ground game has improved. But there's only so little you can improve, man, with age. So for me, Conor McGregor has reached his peak and it's going to be nothing but a decline from now. On the plus side, he has done something which is so incredible. I mean, I still remember his one-liners. We are not here to take part, we are here to take over. What a rise. I mean, he rallied the entire fucking nation of Ireland and bought the hopes of a nation that is only known for Guinness and its potatoes and its caudal and its food. A country that was not even there on the limelight. He bought it up to, being considered one of the greatest MMA fighters. That itself is an achievement. But Conor McGregor has been in the game for too long. Even before the UFC, he was a fighter. And even before that, before he was a professional fighter, he was still a fighter. He came from humble beginnings. But his rise to the top was so fast and so quick, I don't think he got a chance to digest it. And what he did to make him famous is the same thing that will destroy him, because his extravagant spending on watches, on clothes. Yes, he got sponsorships, but very soon they will, if they do not get the return on investments, if they don't get the ROI, they will stop sponsoring him, because a business, has to make its money, man. Just having a big name associated with you, but there's no revenue. What is the point? Even UFC will milk him dry. And the day his pay-per-view numbers start to decline, Dana White will politely say, yeah, I've asked Conor McGregor to retire. Because Dana White is a businessman, he's nobody's friend. He will just shake hands with you, hi, how are you, everything, blah, blah. End of the day, he's only interested in his business, his money and his brand. And UFC is built on the hard work, blood, sweat and tears of these people who break their bodies, take so much damage, and then sail off into the sunset. So, to Conor McGregor, nothing but respect to that guy. He achieved a lot of stuff, and along with him, all the hooligans and all the white trash, all the, pieces of shit who had nothing else to celebrate about, nothing else to feel great about, finally got a sense of validation for once in a lifetime. Yeah, we Irish, take over. And now, now nothing. I know you'll say, what about Indian fighter? Who the fuck cares? We don't need an Indian fighter. The Indians have fucking shitloads of money. In case you are uneducated, just Google search the richest Indians in the world. They'll buy and sell the entire Ireland. Such a small place. Ireland is so small, tiny little. The number of Indians who are rich, they don't have to be fucking fighters. It's just that this is a sport, but where the Irish are good at only one sport or two sport, check the number of sports Indians are good at. Check the number of Indians who are into sports. And forget sports. Maths, science, arts, business, creativity, and technology. Ireland is what? Anyway, nothing to hate on Irish or Ireland. Ireland's son, Conor McGregor, did some good things, did some bad things. I just hope he doesn't get into any more legal troubles. And I hope that he stays, he gets a financial planner to tell him not to spend any more money because he has spent enough. I just hope he holds on to that money and lives a simple life and retires into the sunset. And I seriously hope he doesn't spoil his children with wealth, money and nonsense. Anyway, Conor McGregor, great temporary legend as I'd call it. He was good as long as he was good. And very soon he'll be forgotten in the history books of time. I know he wanted to have that series of knockouts and the legacy that he was saying that people will talk about, and he was trying to be this amazing father figure, and doesn't suit you, man. You were notorious, you were controversial, you were acting like an asshole. That suited you much more. Now all of a sudden don't start being decent and nice and respectful. Oh, you know, I wish him all the best, we are like father, and shut the fuck up. So fake. Money got to him, success got to him, but he has made enough. His financial highlight achievement was that he fought with the Floyd Money Mayweather. I mean, kudos to him that he managed to get the greatest legend of all time in boxing to fight with him. That much was his star power. His achievement was having 2 belts at the same time. His achievement was knocking out Aldo in seconds, man. That was unbelievable. His psychological warfare was nothing like it. There's so much to learn from him in these areas. His rise to the top, his making people eat from the palm of his hand, his Mystic Mac persona, and his incredibly hilarious rebuttals, and there are a lot of good things we can learn from him. But there are a lot of things we can learn from his downfall. Not being able to handle his success, not being able to handle the money, spending way too much, creating this persona where you spend money like water. And now if he has to sustain and survive, he has to continue that. Otherwise, because people will compare, oh, you used to come in a Rolls Royce, you used to spend $1 million on a watch, you used to wear custom made suits. Now what happened? He'll be compared, and if he can't maintain that same lifestyle, people will laugh at him. Anyway, it was as good as long as it lasted. And now Conor McGregor, he'll just get a couple of more fights, couple of wins, more losses, and at some point he's going to retire. So this was my prediction about an analysis of Conor McGregor. So you Irish fanboys, let me know what do you think. Love to hear from you. This is me signing off. You guys take care. And yeah, it'll be funny to see who the fuck is this guy? Who the fuck is this guy? Try to come up with something better than that. Alright? Chalo, you guys take care.